We would like to talk to you about you. Not the small you, not the small self, but the larger you, the greater you. The you who is connected to all that is. The you who's connected to the mass consciousness. The you who is leading the way as those who are still living in fear are exploring who they're not and having experiences based in fear and coming gradually from fear to love. You see, you are one with them as well. You are not separate from them. You may feel like the isolated individual, but that is the illusion. The truth is that you are the whole. You are the universe, you are source, you are all that is, you are all your guidance supporters, your inner self all together, existing in a physical reality for the experience of it and the expansion. Now this expansion is a broader expansion than you might imagine. While you are thinking in new ways and learning to see yourself from a higher perspective and see things that other people might think is wrong, when you see those things as good, when you look at the good in all of those things, when you are thinking in a new way, like we talked about last time, you are blazing trails for others to follow. But the others are not you, they're not separate you, they are other versions of you. And so those who are seemingly living in fear and having a hard time and acting on fears and urges to change or control the conditions, well, they're just other versions of you. Now, thinking of them in terms of you, wouldn't you want to help them along? Well, the way you help them along is to be you as connected to them as the higher self, as the greater you that you are. And so when you think of terms from that perspective, from the true perspective, well, then nothing really means anything to you. You need nothing. You are in full abundance, full freedom, completely bringing in the love energy of Source through you to do things not to benefit you directly, but to enhance the mass consciousness of this planet. As you're going along in your life and you are feeling fear from time to time, well, you'll notice that all the thoughts that come to you and all the urges to control conditions, all of those things are based in the small you. You think you are not getting what you need. You think you are not being treated as you should be treated. You think that other people should be different than they are and like, love, and appreciate you as you are. And that's the small self trying to protect itself within this huge environment of physical reality that seems to the small self to be chaotic, out of control. But when you take a better look at yourself from this higher perspective and realize that you are all that is, that you are whole and worthy and good and Source itself, and that you need nothing because you are the creator of this all. And so as you create from a position of love, confident that you're receiving everything you need to go about your journey of self-discovery, then you need not consider the small self. Oh, sure, the small self will act up from time to time, will get distressed, will get worried, will regret and resent the past, and this is to be expected, yet those are remnants of the old you. The new you is one who considers all that is when making any decision, all that is when taking any action. All that is love, and so when you act from a stance of love, you bring love into your reality, you raise your vibration to a higher vibrational level, a higher frequency that is resonant with love. And then that love can come flowing through you into your reality and reflect back love to you. And when you do this, you will notice radical change in the life that you're living. You will notice completely new people, or even the old people acting in completely new ways. And a lot of you have been seeing this lately. You have been seeing those in your life who are living in fear suddenly start to consider another possibility. And how is this available to them? Well, you've been this example of alignment. You've been this one who is not swayed by the fear in the outside world, by all that noise. You are standing firm in your opinion of yourself, and you're listening to your own inner wisdom and guidance. Your wisdom and guidance is coming from the larger you, your inner self, who understands that you are connected to all that is, and that you are not separate at all. The smaller self will always seek disconnection, and the larger self will always seek connection. Connection, obviously, is based in love, while disconnection, obviously, is based in fear. If you're in fear, you will seek to build barriers and protect yourself from perceived dangers that are not true. That's the illusion. The truth is that in the connection to all that is, you are generating your reality from within, from the heart, and you're flowing love from Source through you into that reality. That reality then changes shape, changes dimensions, changes what it looks like, how it feels, and what you experience. And then from that higher self, all experiences can be experienced in truth. And with that truth comes feeling good and living in joy and all the things you think you want, plus all the things you truly want, flowing freely into your reality without you being attached to any outcome. And when you release the outcome to what you think you want, you're letting go of what the small self wants. The small self wants things to prove that it's worthy and good and all these things that you already are. Small self seeks validation, seeks agreement from other people, seeks to be acknowledged, listened to. But this is only done from that lower perspective. It can only be asked for when in lack. And since you are never in lack because you are the generator of your reality, you're creating it all, how could you possibly create lack? Well, you could only create lack for that exploration. And since you've all had that exploration long enough by now, maybe it's time to give up thinking about the small self and start looking at everything from the higher perspective of the Source self, which you are. And with that, we'd like to talk to you about anything you'd like to talk about. Who'd like to start?